organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
$20 and millions of dollars later, we'll give you a peek into Dance Marathon's past.
And even as the demand soars for one University of Iowa class, a key element is missing. We'll tell you what, or rather who, is needed on campus.
And in sports, a missed opportunity. More on the Hawks' overtime loss to the Spartans coming up.
We have it all at the top of the hour. Daily Iowan TV starts now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. This evening, I'm Stefan Duran.
And I'm Rebecca Hager. $66,000 missing from the University of Iowa. The UI has fired athletics department accountant Kathleen Willier since the funds disappeared. The money is missing from the 2011 ticket sales to the Hawkeye Express. That's the train that takes football fans to Kinnick Stadium. The internal auditors noticed that the UI failed to deposit the funds after 2 football games in 2011.
President Barack Obama gave his State of the Union address Tuesday night, declaring that 2014 would be a year of action. And among the actions Obama promised to take, bypassing Congress whenever he needs to in order to decrease the disparity between the rich and the poor. Also, Obama hopes to increase minimum wage, overhaul immigration, increases to early childhood education, and expand the income tax credit to workers without children. However, congressional Republicans didn't wait long to give a rebuttal to Obama's speech. They said that without bipartisan support from Congress, he won't be able to accomplish much.
In just 9 days, sweat-stained lime green t-shirts will flood the IMU to raise money for children with cancer. 20 years ago, white tees ruled the dance floor. Now Daily Iowan reporter Melissa Dawkins gets the scoop on the very first dance marathon.
Today, Dance Marathon is more than 2,000 dancers strong, with countless donors, contributors, fans, and supporters. But it wasn't always that way. Let's go back, way back.
We didn't really know what we were doing.
Sheila Baldwin was on the very first exec board in 1994. That year, about 180 dancers showed up for the big event.
We were worried that nobody would stay.
But they did stay through the whole 36 hours. That's right, 20 years ago, dancers stayed on their feet for 12 hours longer than the current 24-hour marathon. It's not surprising that Dance Marathon found its way to the University of Iowa. Similar marathons to support cancer patients were popping up on college campuses all around the country in the 90s. What no one knew, however, was that the University of Iowa Dance Marathon would take on an entire life of its own.
When we set out to put on an event, to raise some money, we had no idea what we were starting.
The famous tote board revealing dollars raised, the group circle, the candles, families sharing their stories every hour, everything unique to the University of Iowa Dance Marathon, no one planned any of that. It all just sort of happened that first year, and those traditions continue today. And while the music, the dancing, and the sheer size of the event have all evolved over the years, it has been and always will be for the kids. Melissa Dawkins, Daily Iowan TV.
In 1994, Dance Marathon helped 13 families. Today, that number is well over 700.
While Spanish remains the most popular foreign language at the University of Iowa, Arabic is becoming increasingly popular. Now, more than ever, employers look for a variety of multilingual candidates. Arabic is offered here at Iowa as a minor, and because of a smaller staff, students are having a hard time getting into the language classes. The program has even had to turn away eager students.
We are already on the process of recruiting a new professor in the department, and which is really good and exciting.
Students in the program who are looking to further expand their Arabic language skills can become a part of the UI Regent's summer program in Fez, Morocco. You know, Rebecca, I heard a rumor that it might actually be warm tomorrow.
That's crazy. I think I'm going to have to go Hopefully it's above 30 degrees so I can go wash my car.
Of course, of course.
Well, we've got Megan Sanchez in the weather studio to clear this up. Megan, are temperatures supposed to rise?
You heard that right, guys. We've finally got a warm day in store. To start off the morning, we'll see cloudy skies and a high of 28 degrees. The afternoon high will reach above freezing to around 34 degrees. However, there's a 60% chance for snow in the afternoon, so watch out for slippery sidewalks. Tomorrow night's temps will match the morning at 28 degrees. Now for the rest of the week's forecast, Thursday's temperatures are all over the place, with a high of 33 and a low of just 3 degrees. For the weekend, though, expect average temps in the teens. Temperatures will drop on Saturday, though, into the negatives and bring a 50% chance for snow. So that's your forecast. Enjoy the warmth because it looks like it won't be here for long. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now it's time for our Wednesday segment of Hawkeye Buzz with Alyssa Bergamini. Alyssa, what's buzzing?
Happy Wednesday, guys, and welcome back to Hawkeye Buzz. You may have heard the term foodie before, and many of you probably think you qualify as one based on the amount of visits you make to Chipotle in 1 week. But we guarantee you there's a group in town that's got you beat, and they prefer plates from the past. Daily Iowan TV's Reed Chandler paid a visit to their monthly meeting last night. Here's a taste.
Hey guys, I'm standing on Dubuque Street here in Iowa City, and if you're looking for something good to eat, you've got a lot of options along this road, but if you're a foodie and you want to peek into the past, well, we've got a little surprise for you in the basement of the Wesley Foundation building. Come on, let's take a look.
A foodie is just somebody who loves everything about food, loves food so much beyond eating. It's about researching and investigating and exploring different ingredients. So you said it was bacon fat in the crust? Mm. Oh yeah, you can tell. I grew up with very simple food, and then bit by bit I realized that there is a world of food flavors and tastes out there. There's always something new to find and to taste and to try.
Okay, you get it. These guys are foodies.
That's very good.
But they aren't your average taste testers. They're called historic foodies. Their mission? Taking ancient cookbooks stored at the UI libraries and resurrecting the recipes.
So we've been finding historic recipes in the collections and then picking a theme once a month and then just making them and seeing what goes right and what goes wrong.
This month's theme, medieval times.
When you think about an era, you think about what did they wear, and did they have electricity, but you don't really think what did they have on the table and what did that tell you.
Cooking by the book isn't always so easy. Some recipes call for ingredients or cooking styles we don't recognize in modern times.
I have a hard time. Haute cuisine, couture.
These foodies say cracking the code is half the fun.
It's an opportunity to peek into the past, and we're very lucky to have this amazing collection of cookbooks.
The group has been tasting different time periods for over a year now. So what's next on their radar?
I always want to have a flapper dinner, so.
What we put in our stew may not be the same as in the Dark Ages. Okay, so I'm not ingesting squirrel right now. Okay. But the flavor is still there. It's very good. It's kind of like a chili or like a barbecue. There's a barbecue flavor in that, right? Mm-hmm. Awesome. What's amazing, I think I'm a member of this club for life.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Reed Chandler, Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks for that, Reed. The Historic Foodies meet the last Tuesday of every month, and while most of their members are UI faculty, they've got a lot of cookbooks to burn through still. So if you're still having a taste buds that are missing out, be sure to pay them a visit. Guys, back to the desk.
And now let's take a look at what's happening beyond Iowa. A rare winter storm hit the southern United States, leaving both snow and chaos. Over 1,000 wrecks were reported across the Deep South, and in Alabama, 2 people died in an accident. Many Southerners have never experienced driving in this kind of weather, and a lot of cities don't even have salt trucks or snowplows.
North Korea is following through with their threats to enhance their nuclear weapons program. U.S. intelligence announced that the country restarted one of their nuclear reactors. Part of the new push includes weapon development, but testing is still in the beginning stages.
And now for your latest look at Hawkeye Sports, let's toss it over to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio, where our very own Danny Payne and Jalen Suchek are standing by.
Thanks, guys. Hoops back in the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio on your Wednesday edition of the program. Alongside Miss Jalen Suchek, I'm Danny Payne.
Wrestling also on tap this evening, but we start, as Danny mentioned, on the hardwood, where Fran McCaffrey's crew dropped another game to a top 25 opponent, this time at home in front of a capacity crowd in Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Our own Josh Bolander was courtside for the Hawks Spartans and has the extended highlights. Josh?
A little Tuesday night hoops in Iowa City. 15th ranked Iowa taking on Big Ten Player of the Year candidate Gary Harris and the 7th ranked Spartans in a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo all smiles before this one. Hawks head man Fran McCaffrey taking more of a stoic approach. We picked this one up early first half. 7-footer Adam Woodbury opening the scoring for the black and gold. The first of his 9 points on the day. State would respond quickly, however. Gary Harris in transition off the Melson Basavi miss finds Denzel Valentine 3-ball. Corner pocket, the visitors up 7-3, 5 minutes in. Hawks looking for a boost from the bench. Enter Gabe Olashaney, and the big Londoner would deliver in a big way. First, the putback off his own offensive rebound, and later getting it done on the defensive end. The big block on Valentine. The pressure on the Spartans wouldn't stop there. The trap forcing a state turnover. Momentum back to the home team, and they would keep things rolling from there. First, some nifty ball movement. Frees up Devin Marble for 2 of his game-high 21. And then it's Marble again just before the half. Shot clock winding down. No problem for the senior, showing off his skill set in the paint. ESPN Mike Tirico's impressed with that one. Iowa heads into the break up 30-26. Michigan State coming out swinging in the second half, though. Gary Harris on the break for the easy lay-in straight out of the half. But Devin Marble playing the anything you can do, I can do better card. His layup in transition helping the Hawks maintain a 3-point lead with 17 minutes left to go. 35-32 Iowa. Sellout crowd in Carver going absolutely ballistic. But Valentine with the monster dunk brings the Hawks' nest back down to earth. This one would turn into a slugfest down the stretch. This Zach McCabe 3 actually the last basket of regulation for the Hawks with 9:57 left to go in the second half. Hawks up 50-45 at that point, but the Spartans would close the gap and tie the game late. This thing going back and forth all night. Score tied at 61. Iowa with a chance to win it at the end of regulation, but Marble shot and Basavi's putback won't fall. Overtime in Carver Hawkeye, and the extra time belonged to the visitors. Valentine with the no-look pass to send Matt Costello to the free throw line with less than 2 minutes to go. Valentine's high school teammate Anthony Clemens can't believe it. Sparty up 65-64, and they would hold on in this one despite another last-second opportunity for the Hawks, but Mike Cassell's runner won't go. Final score in this one, Michigan State 71, Iowa 69.
Big game on the hardwood last night for the Hawkeye men. Big game tonight for the Hawkeye women.
That's right, Jalen. Bluder's Bunch taking the floor tonight in the Twin Cities as one of the hottest teams in the Big Ten Conference after winning 4 of their last 5.
Obviously a huge game for the 16-5 Hawks, but tonight a special moment for one individual for the black and gold as well.
Let's listen in.
They lost at our place, and now we are heading up there on Wednesday. We've always played well in the barn, so we're looking forward to it, and it's Thee's last chance to go up there, and we want to make it a great homecoming for her up there.
And one final note before we get out of here tonight, Bobby Telford moves up to the #1 ranking in the latest Intermat poll.
That's right, Jalen. Thomas Gilman, Tony Ramos, Derek St. John, Mike Evans, and Ethan Lofthouse also cracking the top 5 in their respective weights.
Well, that's going to do it for us here in the sports studio.
A whole lot more coming up on Thursday's edition of the program, but for now, it's back to you guys at the desk.
Only with the Daily Iowan TV can you get an inside look into Thursday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Read more about the University of Iowa's missing money.
And take a closer look at the founding of Dance Marathon. Now, before we go, I don't want to leave without wishing my co-anchor, Stefan, a happy 21st birthday.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Make sure to wish him happy birthday on Facebook or Twitter. But that's your most current edition of Daily Iowan TV, so be sure to check us out tomorrow morning or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere? I joined and now I'm in Los Angeles, California, interning for Conan O'Brien at Warner Brothers Studios.
SJC.